pasta sauce of big chunks of meat simmered until fall apart tender in a rich tomato sauce flavored with white wine, onions, and plenty of good olive oil. They say the mamas and the nonnas from Napoli, they would cook this for 7-8 hours. So it's always best to do this the day before and then let it cool down and let all the flavors mingle, and then you have it the next day, and that is quite an amazing thing, isn't it? So just get organized. There's not much preparation work. All the magic happens as it's stewing away slowly.
Yeah.
Onion, yes or no?
Oh, definitely onion.
Yeah, garlic,
yes.
no.
No garlic.
No. To kick things off, finely chop an onion, then add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil to a heavy saucepan and add the onions in. In the meantime, I'm just going to show you the meat that we've got. We've got pork ribs, and we've got some beef cheeks and some chuck steak. And they're all going to contribute to creating this big flavor. Okay, I'll just start with the beef.
See how it's all caramelized? It looks like it's burning, but the bottom is actually like
Azzeccato.
beautiful.
Is that azzeccato?
Azzeccato.
Means, I don't know,
sticky stuff, yeah. And this is like all those meat juices. It's just going to give it a beautiful flavor. It's probably ready for a little bit of bel bicchierone di vino. Ready?
Tell me when.
Oh. Okay.
Fair enough.
Beautiful.
So that's the tomato paste. Why do we use this?
Well, I think it just add that nice, rich
Intense.
tomato flavour.
It's a good idea to dilute a tablespoon of tomato paste in half a glass of water so its flavors can reduce evenly. Oh, I can smell it already. And the passata. With the meat looking nice and caramelized, add 2 bottles of passata, then fill the bottles with water, and then add just enough to cover the meat.
And now will be the time to put
I
salt.
was going to ask, okay.
And that's it. Then you will leave it. You put the top on,
Yeah.
and you will leave that to simmer very slowly.
Does it need to come to a simmer before we turn it
No,
down?
not really.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can turn it down, put the
And
top on, forget it.
go
That
on.
way it actually just cooks in its own steam also.
So I guess I'll see you back here tomorrow. We're going to hand roll some pasta. This will have to cool down and then I'll pop it in the fridge, right?
Okay, yes.
Yes. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow. I'll take care of this. I'll guard it with my life. Grazie mille.
Ciao, ciao.
It takes time and love to prepare a traditional ragu. The only real way to tell when it's ready is by using your senses, but generally after 8 hours of gentle simmering, the oils and the tomato will have separated nicely, so it's time to turn off the heat. And once it's cooled down, you leave it in the fridge for 24 hours. With our ragu rested overnight, Lina and I want to be as traditional as possible and make some pasta from scratch. But this is also to show you that you don't have to have a pasta machine to make pasta. It's literally a lot easier than you think. And the ratio is really simple. It's for each egg, 100 grams of double oat flour. And this ratio never fails. This is what my nonna taught me. Flour goes in. I'm gonna mix it with a spoon to begin with. Pinch of salt. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring it together with my hands, because what my hands are gonna contribute is some heat. And the heat, combined with the flour and the eggs, will turn this into a dough. And that's it in its very rough state. Once the dough is solid enough to knead, work it through until it feels soft and stable. Feels good. All right, you know what? I think this is ready for a beauty sleep. Let me just roll it up into a ball, just like that. And it will only take 20 minutes for this to turn into a silky, smooth ball. And that's enough time for us to reset. Have a glass.
Let's see.
Ah, brava, bravissima. Un po' di semola, just a little bit of durum with flour to dust your board. And let's check out on our dough. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling in the world, isn't it? It's so soft. There's not much technique involved in this. You just have to roll it out. The idea is to roll the dough to the thickness you want your pasta to be. This is nearly done here. Okay, now we're gonna roll it onto itself and then we're gonna hand cut it. This is my kind of noodle.
And that sauce will really stick to that beautiful pasta.
Yeah, let's have a look. Oh, nice. I like little streamers. I love it. This is really quite thickly cut, and this is just my preference. If you like it thinner, just roll it for longer. Yep, let's just take this over to the pot. Okay, in it goes. Brava. Yes. Give it a stir. Normally, I would say that thin, fresh pasta would take 1 minute, 1 minute and a half. This might take like 3 minutes, yeah? Okay, what do you think, Lina? I reckon it's time to strain this. Look how rich that color is.
Rich.
Oh,
You can start putting the sauce in as you.
oh yeah? Okay,
That way you don't have to mix it as much.
okay. Ta-da! Isn't that magnificent?